Hello seniors, economics, day 4. Our topic is trade-offs and opportunity costs. We started off with the do now exercise, reviewing the factors of production. You can find the answer key on Schoology. Our big question, what do we give up when we make choices? We will identify costs, benefits, trade-offs, and opportunity costs. These are all key terms that we're going to define and then use and apply in different situations. But first, we will define and explain our key terms with our key terms quiz today. Our standards that we're working with would be this first one with scarcity and choices, as well as the literacy standard with our key terms. We had 10 minutes to take our key terms quiz. We randomly drew 5 terms, and students defined and gave an example or an explanation of each of them. When students were finished, they made a list of 5 different things that you could do on a snow day, part of an activity that we're going to do next. These are the new key terms, again referred to the vocabulary list, and we'll have our next quiz next Monday. So as we review where we've come from, we know that scarcity is a result of unlimited wants and limited resources. The result or the effect of scarcity is that we have to make choices. So thinking back to our snow day, we want to do a variety of different things. We could work another job, make some extra money, we could help a neighbor shovel the snow, we could hang out with friends, we could binge on Netflix, a variety of different things. But we are limited because of our time, our resources. And as a result, we have to make a choice. We can't do everything, we can only choose one. And so how do I evaluate my choices? In any situation, you're going to have some costs. These are what you spend in time, money, effort, or other sacrifices when making a choice. Basically, what do you give up? If I choose to work and make money on my snow day, then I am giving up the opportunity to hang out with my friends. That is what I lose. Cost is not simply what we spend in money or how much something costs. That's part of it, but economists should expand their understanding of costs to include time, effort, and anything that we give up. On the other side, you have your benefits. And this is simply what you gain in terms of time, money, experience, or other advantages when you make a choice. Let's say that you help a neighbor shovel their snow. They don't pay you. You don't gain anything. In fact, you probably lose a lot of energy. But what you gain is the satisfaction, that feeling of helping somebody. And that's a good feeling, and that's a benefit. We could look at this in another situation. Should I sleep 1 hour later this morning? We can create a simple chart to show our different choices. The costs, if we don't have time for a good breakfast, but we have the pleasure of sleeping longer. We might not have time for a morning shower. Well, the benefit is we have a lower water bill. We won't have time to study for tests, but maybe you'll do better if you're more rested. You have less time to dress, but maybe you won't have to worry about what to wear. You'll more likely be late for class, but if you sleep, you're less likely to fall asleep in class. So every decision involves costs and benefits. And humans make rational decisions, and so we make choices in which the perceived benefits outweigh the costs. And that brings us to our snow day. Given the variety of different things that we could do, you made a list of five things you could do on a snow day. The first choice that you would do, that's what you do. Right, so maybe you chose to work and make some extra money. Everything else are your trade-offs, things that you chose not to do. And here's the formal definition of trade-off: an exchange of one benefit or advantage for another that is thought to be better. So you chose to work and make money because the benefit of making money outweighed any other benefits that you would gain from any of your other choices. The benefits you would gain from hanging out with your friends was less than the benefit that you got from making extra money. And so trade-offs will be different for every single person because we all make different choices. Some people might choose to watch Netflix, and the benefit and the enjoyment they get from just watching a movie all day is greater to them than any money they would have made working at a job. Opportunity costs. If you look at your list again, if you look at your second choice and underline it, that's what you will do on your snow day. This is your opportunity cost. So you chose one thing. Your second choice, you chose not to do. That's the opportunity that you gave up. You lost your opportunity to use your time in that particular way. So let's say that you chose to work. You gave up the opportunity to help a neighbor. You gave up the opportunity to watch Netflix. Those are the things that you lost. Because you lost them, they are a cost. Again, a cost is what you lose when you make a decision. And you lost the opportunity to make those choices. So in this example, if you were not going to college, you could earn $15,000 per year. Your opportunity cost of attending college for 1 year is $15,000. So you can either work or you can go to school. If you work, you get $15,000. If you go to school, you will increase your human capital. So two benefits. But somebody chooses to go to school, that means they're not going to be making $15,000. That's what they lose. That's the cost of the opportunity that they lost. And a formal definition of opportunity cost. A couple of examples here. Mike intends to get up and run in the morning, but he slept instead. So Mike had two choices, sleep or exercise. He chose sleep. Therefore, his opportunity cost is his next alternative, which is running. And he lost the opportunity to run because he chose to sleep. Specifically, we talk about the value of your next best alternative. The value of running would be the health benefits associated with running. He gave those up because the benefits of sleeping to him were much greater. Liam was working as a financial advisor, but he didn't enjoy it. So he had a couple of choices. He could continue working, or he could do something completely different. He decides to quit his job and open a bookstore. What is the opportunity cost of his choice? Well, he gave up the financial security, he gave up the pay that he was making, and in return, he got to be his own boss. He got to make all the decisions about everything with his business. And so by choosing to start his own business, he gave up the money that he was making as a financial advisor, along with the financial stability. One last example. KPM was producing trucks. The company decided to switch one line of production to tractors. And what's the opportunity cost of this choice? Okay. Because they are no longer making tractors, they are no longer selling tractors. And if they're not selling tractors, they're not going to be making any money off those tractors. So the money they would have made selling the trucks, if they continued producing them, is the opportunity cost, because they believe that they can make more money by selling tractors. And so they've lost that money and whatever customers they had who were purchasing the trucks that they were making. So in summary, a trade-off is when you choose one thing over another. There can be many trade-offs in any situation. An opportunity cost is the value of the next best use of your resources. There is only one opportunity cost, but there can be many, many trade-offs. As a result, all opportunity costs are trade-offs, but not all trade-offs are going to be opportunity costs. Going back to your snow day example, whatever numbers 3, 4, and 5 are, those were trade-offs, but they were not opportunity costs. The only opportunity cost is your second choice. For homework, finish reading chapter 2.4. It's a very short section on thinking at the margin, making how much decisions. Study your new key terms. Add the ones we went over today to your list. And prepare for next Monday. And for the ticket out, students had this scenario. I'll let you read over it. And if we think about these options, Victor's trade-off would be numbers 2, 3, and 4. These are all things he could have done, but he did not do. And his opportunity cost will be the next best alternative, which is always your second choice. So playing for Real Madrid as a sweeper, and the fame, the money, the value that would go along with that choice. That's it for today. If you have any questions, send me an email, message, or remind, and look forward to seeing you next class.